Colorado, for some reason, has kind of become ground zero for the conspiracy theories put forward by these MAGA allies about the election somehow being stolen in 2020. And even though we're already in May of 2022, these conspiracy theories have not stopped, in spite of the fact that no evidence has backed up anything these people have claimed. But election workers in Colorado, according to a new report from ABC News, have been threatened so much that many of them are now having to wear body armor so that they don't get killed going to and from work. Several have reported that they are wearing bulletproof vests, given to them, by the way, by the law enforcement officers who have now been ordered to protect them because of the threats they are receiving from Donald Trump's biggest fans. Let me read this. Election facilities are currently under security review by the Department of Homeland Security. One county is also working jointly with local, state, and federal authorities to ensure that employees remain safe. So you have the Department of Homeland Security, you have local police forces, you have state police forces, and you have the FBI. All of these groups have looked at the threats that these election workers are receiving. They have deemed these threats to be credible enough to warrant additional security, and all of these groups have sent people down there to protect election workers in Colorado from deranged Trump fans. And again, worth noting, there is no evidence that the 2020 election was stolen. In fact, quite the opposite. After a year and a half of searching for evidence, all of these Trump fans, people like MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, they found nothing to back up any of their claims. But they're still out there pushing these lies, and these lies do in fact have consequences. Trump is still out there pushing these lies, by the way, in case you didn't know. But these lies are putting people's lives in danger. An election worker isn't the kind of person that needs to be going to work wearing a bulletproof vest. In fact, one election worker actually told the story about how they were walking. Somebody approached them, reached their hand into their shirt pocket, pull out a gun. They can see immediately that it is, the shape of a gun. The election worker thought, oh my God, this is the end of my life. Turns out it was a squirt gun. So not a real, actual threat there. But the person who did it, they were doing it to intimidate, right? They were doing it to send a shiver down this person's spine. Because that's what we're dealing with on the other side now. These are not rational people. These are not people that you can talk sense into. These are people that are members of a cult, whether they know it or not, that will do whatever it takes to appease their leader. That is why these individuals are now scared for their life, because they're fighting against a cult. And that is a very difficult battle. They need to be arrested. They need to be tried. They need to be thrown in jail. But most importantly, they need to be deprogrammed. Because throwing these people in jail is not enough. That's not going to fix them. We actually have to rehabilitate them. They need mental help. And it's up to the state, the federal government, to provide that to help deprogram these people out of the MAGA cult.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.